Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor woodcutter named Ali Baba. One day, while gathering firewood in the forest, he stumbled upon 40 fierce thieves standing near a massive rock. Their leader, the ruthless Kasim, shouted, "Open, sesame." To Ali Baba's amazement, the rock split open, revealing a cave filled with gold and treasures. Kasim and his men rode past Ali Baba and disappeared into the cave. He quietly took a small bag of coins and rushed home. When he got back, he called his wife and children and said, "We're rich now." But his greedy brother Kasim demanded to know the secret. "What's hidden behind that rock?" Ali Baba said. "I don't know. Maybe it's just a rock. Why would there be anything behind it?" But Kasim didn't believe him and insisted on going to see for himself. Ali Baba took him to the forest. When they got there, Kasim ran ahead and shouted, "Open, sesame." Now the rock split open. But before Kasim could enter, Ali Baba yelled, "Wait, Dada." Kasim ignored him and ran into the cave. Then he remembered, "Oh no, I forgot the magic words. Now how will I ever get out of here?" Ali Baba said, "The magic words are open, sesame." So Kasim tried again, but this time he said, "Open, Rasim." And the rock slammed shut, trapping him inside.
Ali Baba laughed and ran away, but Kasim was not so lucky.
The thieves soon found him and killed him. Then they hunted for Ali Baba, who hid in caves and climbed trees to escape their clutches. Finally, he came across an old man tending his garden. Ali Baba begged him for help, saying he'd split the treasure with him, but the old man refused, saying, "I'd rather die than take a life or do anything dishonest." So Ali Baba decided to leave the village and become a wandering beggar. Meanwhile, the thieves were searching everywhere for Ali Baba. They went to his house and took his wife and children hostage, threatening to kill them unless Ali Baba revealed where he hid the treasure. But Ali Baba had left the village, and his servant Morgiana was the only one at home. She tricked the thieves into believing she was Ali Baba's wife. They asked her, "Where's your husband hiding?" She said, "He's gone to find the robber chief and beg for our lives." Then she led them to the courtyard, where several large oil jars stood. Now one of the thieves noticed something strange. His name was Mustafa, and he was the cleverest of them all. "Why are you alone? Why are you alone? Where are your husband and children?" She replied, "They're all gone. Only I stayed behind because I'm a slave and can't leave my master's property." Mustafa asked, "So what will happen to this house if we kill you?" She said, "If you want, you can take it and everything in it." Mustafa thought for a moment, then asked, "Can we trust you when we go into the cave? Will you stay here and guard the treasure?" Morgiana replied, "Of course. If you want the treasure, you must take me along to show you where it is." And so they set off for the cave together. Once they arrived, Morgiana went inside and hid the entrance with a stone. Then she began to yell and scream as loud as she could. Startled, the thieves peeked inside, and one of them said, "It doesn't sound good. Should we go in and see what's happening?" Mustafa replied, "No need. Let her scream. We'll come back later." And they waited outside the cave for an hour. But Morgiana didn't stop screaming, so they got impatient and decided to go inside. As they approached, Morgiana stopped making noise and pretended to be very scared. The thieves surrounded her, and Mustafa asked, "Where did Ali Baba hide the treasure?" Frightened, Morgiana pointed to the wall and said, "There it is." Then she began to cry and begged them to spare her life. Mustafa embraced her and said, "Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you." Then he drew a dagger and plunged it into her chest. Morgiana screamed, "You've promised not to hurt me." Mustafa replied, "I did, but that was before I knew you were a spy." Then he poured the contents of her pouch onto the ground and found a small bag of coins. Realizing Morgiana had tricked them, the thieves became furious and searched for Ali Baba. But he had already left the village and started a new life far away. The thieves never found him, and the magic cave only opened for those with pure hearts.